Get back up here. Come back up here. Come back up here. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Now, they're not going to bite. Well, some of them might bite, but most of them aren't going to bite. Now, what is your name?
John.
His name's John. Okay. I met some of these puppies before, but I couldn't remember all their names. Can you help them learn their memory verse? Can you talk? Okay, what's the first part of the memory verse?
He is not here.
Can you guys say what he just said?
He is not here.
What's the next part?
For he does hunt him. But he has risen.
But he has risen.
Where's that found in the Bible?
Well, we're going to go downstairs and start your class. Y'all have to start it, okay?
Luke 24:6.
Luke 24:6.
Can we say the whole thing together without stopping?
Yes.
Start with he is. Ready? Go.
He is not here,
but he is risen. Luke 24:6. Now they have something else they want to talk about here. Oh, there's somebody else there. Go ahead, start.
Man, Easter was fun this year.
I know, huh?
Whoa, hi Allie.
So speaking of Easter, I've made a list of everything that I wanted.
Oh, really?
Yes, I would like a Susie Smiles doll, a sparkly purple bicycle, a fishing rod, a skateboard, a Toby Mac CD, a teddy bear, tons of candy in a giant basket. Plus, I want lots of extra color, but not brown. Muddy looking ones are from those chickens you have. Got it?
Wow, Allie, don't you think that's a little bit much?
No, it's shorter than my Christmas list was.
Yes, I noticed, but still, the holidays have become so commercialized that people are forgetting what they're really about.
I know Easter is not just about giving gifts.
You do?
Yes, it's about going to parade and having an Easter egg hunt.
No, it's not.
That's not what I meant. Let me tell you a story that might help.
It's about time.
Okay, this story was taking place in the book of Mark in the Bible. We talked about Jesus' birth and the perfect life that he lived when we were here before. Now, we're to the part where Jesus was taken prisoner.
Yes, Judas betrayed him. He brought a bunch of bad guys to the garden where Jesus was praying. His disciples who were with him should have been praying, but they kept falling asleep. When Judas saw Jesus, he pretended he was happy to see him and gave him a kiss so the bad guys would know which one was Jesus and could take him away.
Wow, that's right, Allie.
I heard you talking and telling this story, so I thought I would learn all about it by reading it in my Bible.
I'm really proud of you, Allie. It's good to read God's word. Anyway, one of the disciples that were with Jesus drew his sword, hit the servant of the high priest, and cut off his ear.
And the disciples took out a sling and with one stone shot the baddest guy of all. And then the others took off and running and left Jesus alone.
Let me guess, you didn't finish reading the story.
My Little Pony came on and I had to go watch it. Then I got hungry and needed a snack. After that,
Okay, I get it. Sometimes when we're reading the Bible, it's easy to get distracted. Anyway, back to our story. In the book of Luke, it tells us that Jesus touched a man and healed his ear.
well, that makes no sense at all. Jesus could have escaped.
Jesus knew these things had to be taking place, and Jesus was left alone, but not by the ones who wanted to hurt him. The disciples turned their backs on Jesus and fled. Jesus was led away to the priests. Then the chief priests, the elders, and the scribes looked for testimony against him, so that they could hear him, so they could have him put to death. But none could be found.
Ah, that's the night they let him go.
No. Some people lied about Jesus, but their lies did not agree. The high priest stood up and asked Jesus, "Do you answer nothing? What is it men testify against you?" Jesus knew the scribes had to be fulfilled, so he kept silent. Like I wish you would.
How rude.
It is rude.
Again, the high priest asked him, saying to him, Are you Christ, Son of the Blessed? Jesus said, I am. And you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Father and coming with the clouds of heaven. The high priest tore his clothes and said, You have heard blasphemy. But they all condemned Jesus to be deserving death.
Whoever said the truth will set you free was lying.
They weren't interested in the truth. You have to remember, this was all part of God's plan. Throughout the night, they hit Jesus and spit on him. In the morning, they took Jesus before Pilate, demanding that Pilate simply agree to the death sentence they had already pronounced on Jesus, but Pilate refused.
Good for Pilate. He let Jesus go, right?
No. Pilate wanted to, but the chief priest stirred up the crowd so that Pilate would release Barabbas to let them instead. When Pilate asked them again, What then do you want me to do with him, whom you call the King of the Jews? They cried out, Crucify him.
I'm out of here.
Why are you leaving?
I don't like this story. It's horrible.
As horrible as as that event took place, it's actually a very good story too. So please be patient.
Fine.
Pilate delivered Jesus to be crucified. The soldiers led him away. They clothed him in purple and placed twisted crowns of thorns on his head. They stuck him on the head with a stick and spit on him as they mocked him. Then they took the purple robe off him and put his own clothes on him. They led him out to be crucified.
I'm not saying the good story part here.
Patience. We know that Jesus suffered and died on the cross. After he died, a man named Joseph went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. He wrapped him in linen cloth and laid him on a tomb cut into the rock where no one had ever been buried before.
Still not seeing it.
Wait, when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene, along with certain other women, brought scribes that they might come and anoint him. Then on the first day of the week, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen.
I don't like getting up early. I always sleep on Saturday mornings. I would like to sleep in during the week too, but my mom makes me get up for school. I don't know why school can't start later. I mean, after all,
Can we please get back to the story?
I was just trying to add some more interesting points.
It has nothing to do with the story.
Sure it does. They got up early. I have to get up early.
Please, Allie.
Fine.
As they came to the tomb, they wondered who would roll the stone from the door of the tomb, but when they looked up, they saw that it had already been rolled away.
Earthquake!
No. Entering the tomb, they saw a young man clothed in long white robes sitting on the right hand, and they were alarmed.
Sound the alarm. It's grave robbers.
Must you?
I'm helping.
You aren't.
You're kind of grouchy. Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
You're interrupting.
Fine.
The man said to them, Do not be alarmed.
Too late.
You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here.
Yeah.
They went out quickly and fled from the tomb, for they had trembled and were afraid because the man trembled and were
Afraid because the men were after them.
no. Actually, the man was an angel. In Luke, speaks of two of them.
Oh, the two angel men were after them.
Will you cut that out? The women fled from the tomb, for they trembled and were amazed. You see, Allie, when Jesus rose from the dead, it was one of the first steps toward mending the separation between us and God, because sin and death had now been defeated. And that's why we celebrate Easter.
You're right. It is a good story. I was thinking about the egg thing too. I guess mud-colored eggs wouldn't be that bad.
I'll buy you white eggs to color. Just don't forget the real reason we celebrate.
Goody, goody drum drops. I won't forget. How about the other stuff on my list?
Really?
Just kidding. Bye.